Today we will be evaluating your talent and safety in regards to repairing animatronic characters. 2 months ago, Darroc, the main developer of Juniors, just dropped that random image completely out of context, and that was the only thing that it said. At the beginning I had no idea what it meant. It could be a teaser, it could be a render made just for fun. Apparently it is representing a guy sleeping on the job right next to a giant animatronic cover, whose identity does not look very similar to other Juniors animatronics, so we don't know exactly who the character is. Actually, we didn't know. That is because time went by and now we know that Darroc, along with TheMediocreMakers, are creating an animated series based on Juniors. This series is being called F.I.V.E.S and it is a non-canon project. Now, you may be asking yourselves, that is not about the DLC, right? So, should we really be that hyped for this? Yes, we definitely should. This guy on screen is the F.I.V.E.S version of Freddy. He's clearly based on Juniors and he looks so awesome. Instead of having that rubber-like fur, this one is actually more furry, like a teddy bear. The Juniors models may be detailed, but this one will truly shock you on the level of details. Just wait a moment and I'll show you why. Here's a full body reveal of Freddy and he looks absolutely incredible. If the Juniors models were a straight 10 out of 10 for me, this one is 11 out of 10. By this teaser we can tell that his legs are a little thick compared to the Juniors Freddy. What I told you earlier about the covered animatronic in that first image, well, I think that is supposed to be Freddy. Some things are a little different, but that could be just an earlier model of him. Before we continue with the teasers, I would just like to say a big thanks to my friend TonyTheCat, because he provided many of the images and clips that I am going to show on this video, so once again, thank you so much, Tony. If you thought Freddy looked good on still images, just wait until you see him animated. By this test animation we can tell that Freddy will be very expressive on the series and that his movements are very similar to an old Disney animatronic. And that is probably the most realistic that we ever got with FNaF animations, which is absolutely insane. He actually reminds me of the electro-animated characters from the Country Bear Jamboree. A fun fact about the music used in the animation that it is called Daisy Bell. It was originally recorded in 1892 and later in 1961 the same lyrics were used to create the first song to be sung with computer speech. Now I don't know if that is the exact same version from 1961 or not. The first visual we had of Freddy was on this amazing artwork which I have already shown on screen. By now we already have another artwork of him. On the next image we have a man approaching Freddy Fazbear who's sitting at the corner of a room. That is a very nice artwork and all, but what is more important for us now is the description of the post.
By now I'm sure you've noticed the older models sitting in the back room. Those are from the previous location and we just use them for parts now. The idea at first was to repair them. They even started retrofitting them with some of the newer technology.
Yeah, those were lines from the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 Second Night's Phone Call. Juniors itself had a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's 2 references, so it makes a lot of sense for us to think that F.I.V.E.S will have 2. One thing that is not clear for me yet is, are the F.I.V.E.S animatronics the same as the Juniors ones? Like, where they're getting retrofitted with a newer technology or something, and then they just got put in the backrooms to rot. You know what I mean, just like the FNaF 2 characters. More specifically, the withered animatronics. Considering F.I.V.E.S as a non-canon series of juniors, maybe Mangle does not even exist in this new universe, and the original animatronics are still intact. Another thing that we don't know yet is F.I.V.E.S going to be an analog Howard with that VHS filter on? We'll have to wait and see. Now, remember that I said the level of details on Freddy's model will shock you? Well, here are some screenshots of his endoskeleton to prove it. He has both cylinders and some gears, so I believe his mech is a mixture between pneumatic and electronic components. Some Disney animatronics work just like that. They use cylinders to lift the heavier parts, such as the torso, and they have electric servo motors to provide smoother movements for parts such as the facial expression, for example. And we have some images to see, 3 more. And this one has a signature at the bottom, like an official photograph of him or something. This one I already showed. And here we have a closer look of faceless Freddy. He looks so creepy. Oh man, we can just see the gigantic effort they're putting on these animatronics. Actually, I have much more than 3 images. In this short clip, we can see how the movements are synchronized. Now, are you curious to hear what Freddy sounds like? Because here I have a clip with his voice.
You know what I like more than getting my photo taken? A heaping serving of ice cream. You know what I like more than getting my photo taken? A heaping serving of ice cream.
I believe that is his actual voice and not just a test, because it suits him very well. On a Discord screenshot which I'm going to show you very soon, it is confirmed that the characters will have voice acting indeed. Now it is time to show you our beloved Bonnie, I guess. He got a newer design just like Freddy, and this newer one looks very good. Trust me, he looks really cool. Before we continue, leave a like if you're enjoying the video. Thank you so much. Anyways, there he is. I cannot decide which one looks creepier. Unlike Freddy, Bonnie does not have a full body reveal yet, but we can tell that he looks really good already. This human-like hair on him looks very bizarre. It makes him look very nice at the same time, I cannot explain. I feel like his glasses are not that stylish anymore, but they still suit him perfectly. His teeth are dirtier, which is kind of disgusting and creepy, and it is very nice to see him with that new fur. I really like it. On this next image we have the rabbit himself but without the face, and he looks terrifying. I could look at those animatronics like a million times and still find the level of details really impressive. Have you seen the mech of real animatronics from movies and TV shows and other stuff? They look exactly like that. They actually look like those electro-animated puppets that were used on fake Five Nights at Freddy's movie leaks from years ago. Do you recall them? To finish the video, let's just read a little bit of these 4 screenshots I have, which are from Discord, and they were provided by my friend TonyTheCat. In these 4 screenshots, somebody with a very fancy username asked some questions regarding F.I.V.E.S, which were answered. So I'm just going to say some of the important information on these screenshots. We even got voice actors for the animatronics. I just said that earlier, so here's the confirmation. We are still looking for Bonnie and Chica, but main cast excluding Foxy are all Southern. Extra characters will have different accents. Is Chica still in her gown or is she back in her beep? Answer: neither, which means that Chica is going to have a new design again. How many characters are there? Main Juniors cast plus some extras. So basically everything you saw in Juniors plus some new peeps. So with this answer we conclude that we may have some new animatronics to the series, which is very exciting. Here it says that we will have 4 extra characters, which is interesting. So are the extras going to reference some side characters from games like FNaF World? Or are they mainly original? Guys, really sorry for my speech today. My mouth getting dry really quickly. That is probably a side effect of my medication, so I apologize. Actually very close with that FNaF World observation. It's not a DLC character from FNaF World. They were present-based game. That's all for now. Have you guys started making the map? They'll all be theme builds. It's time efficient and fun. With that last note, we get to the end of the video. It was longer than I usually do, but the intention was to be more informative, and I hope I got this objective correctly. So if you enjoyed watching this video, if you found it informative, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this one. Thanks so much, and I'll see you on the next one.